Hello everyone. Let me know that you guys can hear me and if there's any delay. Welcome to tonight's Kiki. I hope you guys enjoyed my ads before we started the Kiki. I want to thank everyone for joining me this evening. Boy, has it been a crazy week with celebrities this week. Can you guys hear me just fine? Drive carefully, Magnolia. Okay, good. Again, thank you guys for joining me this evening. I hope you've had a great day and is having a great evening whenever you guys, what time zone you guys are in. Sorry for looking down. I'm so getting used to this. Being able to use a webcam and all that good stuff. I'm getting used to it. So just bear with me. So this week we got a couple of things to discuss. But first and foremost, I want to send my prayers and love to everyone affected in Brooklyn. That shooting was crazy, and I pray that everyone recovers from that shooting and that everyone is well. Children was involved. They did manage to get the guy that um, did the shooting. First, they were saying that he was a person of interest, but then they come to find out he was the actual shooter. So I'm not going to say his name. One, I can't remember his name. So my prayers and love goes out to all the people that was affected by the shooting. It was like 16, I think 16 people that was either shot and or affected by the smoke because he threw a smoke bomb first before he started shooting. So definitely keep them in, those people in your prayers. Like I said, children were involved because it happened at 8:30 in the morning. So you know that was school time. And this was while they was waiting for a subway train. Um, from what I read, they're saying that he has something against black women, so it's not completely clear what his motive is, but they said that he's has some things against black women and he's black and is a domestic violence type person. So I don't think the motive is completely clear as of yet, but they did manage to get the guy, which I'm happy for. And it doesn't look like there was any deaths, but it was enough people that were shot and affected by the smoke bomb. And just seeing the pictures and seeing the video, it was devastating. It was looking like a war zone in the subway station. Exactly. Where did he get these things from? So I don't know. Trust me. Hey, Sheila. I don't know where he got these things from. But it's just unfortunate that he was able to get these items. And I'm pretty sure that the New York police and FBI and the task force, ATF, all of them going to be investigating this because, yeah, he should not have had access to any of those. But like I said, definitely sending my love and prayers to everyone that was affected by that shooting because Could you just imagine that you're just going about your everyday business and you're heading off to school, you're heading off to work, and then that happened? Those people was frantic trying to get from one train to the next, trying to escape from what I'm hearing. And it was just very, very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate, very sad occasion, but I'm glad that they did apprehend the suspect, and let's just see what happens from here on. Um, Happier news. Congratulations to Britney Spears for um, her new pending bundle of joy. I'm happy for her because she happy. So evidently this was a long time coming. She's been wanting a baby, a new baby, for a while, and lo and behold, here this new bundle of joy is. I'm happy if she's happy. So I know her family is not, but at the end of the day, her happiness is more important, honestly. So I'm hoping that her pregnancy goes better than her other pregnancies, because she has now become vocal um, about her previous pregnancies and the depression that she was feeling during those pregnancies. So I'm hoping that this is better. If you guys are on my on House of Commissy Instagram, I did some celebrity readings this week, so definitely check those out if you are not following me on Instagram. Same name, follow me over on Instagram and you will see those celebrity readings there. And I hope you guys that have seen it and follow me over on Instagram, I hope you guys enjoy those, because yeah, I don't know when those things are coming back. Also, there is a full moon this Saturday. Full moon will be in the sign of Libra, and we all know Libra is about balancing. So this is a nice time to, you know, recollect yourself, reset, because we're, coming through the Aries season and about to go into Taurus season. So this is a nice time to reset. Try to find a nice quiet balance in your life and release, because full moons is about releasing. Definitely you want to release what no longer serves you. So, and then there's a new moon on the last Saturday of this month, but we'll get to that when that comes. Okay, so get your candle magic situations ready. White candles are great. We're in spring, so you want to do like, pastel type colors. But if you don't have those, definitely use white, because that's the all-purpose candle. And I think that's all I wanted to say. Definitely wanted to lead off with the Brooklyn situation. Definitely wanted to lead off into that. So let's go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second while this thing pops up. So I did do a celebrity reading on Solange, because some stuff have jumped off recently involving her son. And we know her son, Jewels, is 17 years old. And he out here being his own 17-year-old self. But he has been accused of fathering a child. So like I said, if you are not following me on Instagram, definitely follow me on Instagram, because this particular celebrity reading is there. So you want to go ahead and check that out, so you'll see the outcome of that. But let's go ahead and discuss it, because, this is the second public situation he done found himself in. And the first one was, the whole Sky Jackson thing, and allegedly she was dating him, and she was kind of, older than him, And like, she was getting some backlash because it was like, oh, you're dating someone that's underage, and possibly having relations with somebody that's underage. That's neither here nor there. And he was broadcasting that. He was bringing that to Instagram because he was in his feelings about some ish that was going on at the time with Sky Jackson. And for whatever reason, Sky Jackson is always finding herself in some ish. But now he's not bringing this to the forefront. Someone else is bringing this to the forefront, and this girl is alleging that she's pregnant by him, and that he knew full well that she had no plans on taking a plan B, or protecting against a pregnancy. So, and making it seem like he was fully aware, and everything like that. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Because we all know how the Knowles family roll, and we definitely know how Solo roll. So why this young lady is trying to insert or attach herself in this type of way with that family, I don't think that's going to go over well. I don't think that's going to go over well. Allegedly, Jewels came out and kind of posted what she posted, asking him to tell everybody that this is fake. I don't know what had gotten into her to where she's kind of reneging on the story. But we all know how the Knowles family roll. We more than likely not going to hear too much about this situation because they're probably going to handle this internally. Because we know that private, hush hush, they release stuff when they want to release it, and is most of the time it is years down the line. Sorry about that. It's years down the line when we find out information, because heck, the Beyonce's, we're seeing the most out of Blue Ivy that we have ever seen, and the twins we barely see, and that's just because Beyonce is private, and the little stuff that she does come out is coming out years later. So I'm like, they know they doing what they feel is best to protect their own kids. But Solo might want to snatch her son up and put the fear of God into him, because yes, he's 17 years old. Yes, he should know better. Yes, he out here, being a young man, but he should know who his mother is as well, and who his auntie is. And yeah, you kind of don't want to play with them, especially your moms. If your mom is Solange, you do not want to play with your mom. I'm pretty sure Solo do not want to be a grandma at 35. I'm not sure, Erica, but probably so. Because if a girl is freaking telling you that if you're messing around with a girl and the girl is telling you, I'm have no plans on taking a plan B, or providing any type of protection against a pregnancy, those are red flags, especially if you are, part of a major celebrity family. You would think that you wouldn't want to be messing with that person unless you really want a kid. If your plan was to have a bloody kid, then yeah, then I could see that. But I don't know if this is somebody he should not have been messing with. I don't know if it hasn't come out if Solo and the girl's mom knew the girl mom or have any interaction with that particular family. I'm not completely sure. But like I said, 9 times out of 10, we're not going to find out too much information about this. Yeah, and we don't hear exactly, Magnolia. We do not hear about my Papa Knowles and his baby mama and his outside kid. So everything is pretty much hush hush around this family, as it should be, because not everything is for the public. Not everything is for the public. And The Knowles family knows that. And, you know, after the elevator incident and things like that, they're, you know, they're keeping a lot of things private and a lot of things quiet. And then also, Joel's got to deal with his grandma. Mama Tina don't play. Tina do not play about her girls, and she don't play about her kids, her grandkids. So Jewels might want to, you know, start being a little bit more careful. And Solo gonna have to snatch him. They more than likely is snatching that boy up right now. Well, heck, he can't Paris. He cannot be Jaden Smith, because we all know Jaden Smith moved out the house at pretty much at 16. So he ain't no Jaden Smith. He ain't got that type of freedom to want out of a dang on family. He can't just be out here doing what he doing. Erica Jewel's father was a basketball player. Um Somebody help me out, because I think Jewel's is his last name, and I think his name is Daniel. Remember when Destiny Child came out with Soldier, the song Soldier, and they did the video. Solange was pregnant, full on pregnant, and I think he was in that video as well. And then Solange and him eventually got married, but then later on divorced. But I want to say his name is Daniel, and last name is Jewels. But his father was a basketball player. And that was a hot mess. And a lot of people are saying, oh, Jewels is, you know, her son, Solange's son, is doing what Solange did, having a child at an early age, because she was like, I think she got married at 17, 18, got pregnant around 16, 17. So they're saying, oh, apple don't fall too far from the tree. He just out here doing what his parents did, you know, because his father was 19 when him and Solange got married, you know. So, but just because his parents did that at a young age doesn't mean he should, you know. There's lessons in that. There's definitely lessons in that. He should have learned the lesson. Like, maybe I don't think I want a kid at a young age. You know, that's a lot of responsibility. I ain't ready for that. Heck, if he want a dang on kid, why don't he go over to Beyonce's house and play with his cousins? You know, go over there and play with your little cousins. Go over there to Kelly's house and play with her boys. You know, there's plenty of little ones around him that he could go and play with and get his baby fix, his kid fix, you know, without having to go out and make his own. He need to be, you know, wearing protection, because don't nobody need no kid at 17. Not when you're a child yourself. And at 17, you're still a child. You are still a child. So hopefully they get that situation under hand. If I know them from the evidence, the previous evidence of the Knowles family and how they do things, Joel's done got snatched up. He can't deal with no social media for a minute, and it's gonna be a minute before we actually see him on social media, where it actually gets to like the tabloids and whatnot, you know, because that's what happened when the Sky Jackson situation came out. That ran its course, and he was off. He was off social media. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that poor boy done got snatched up, but rightfully so. Cause you ain't about to sit up there and bring no drama to that Tango family when they don't need it at this point, you know. And let's go ahead and move on to the next story. Have you guys heard about this? This OnlyFans model. Um, she's dating, of course, you as you see, she's dating this young black male, and in a video that surfaced, she's pretty much all covered in blood, and he was rushed to the hospital with multiple stab wounds, and unfortunately he passed away. Now, she has been detained. I don't think they have fully charged her with anything because she started threatening to take her own life, allegedly. So they put her like in a psychiatric ward. But this is just crazy. Now, the allegedly the neighbors, because these two this couple was living together, the neighbors have revealed allegedly that this couple had issues. They had fights, and they've had to call the police to their residence numerous times on numerous occasions. And it's just unfortunate that whatever happened escalated for this young man to lose his life. Now, it's been going, a lot of other stuff has been going on. People are alleging that he's been very vocal on his social media that he don't date black women for whatever reason. He likes dating Caucasians, and his brother has came out and said that that's not what his brother has said, and his brother has nothing against black women and this, that, and other. It's just crazy and unfortunate that this has happened. Oh, she's out of the psych ward and now she's running around having dinner dates with her father. Okay, well, that's interesting to know. So if that is the case, Miss Magnolia, if that is the case, it's interesting to see that the police ain't doing anything because this girl was clearly covered in blood. Clearly covered in blood. Erica, did he actually say something against black women? Like, that he's not into black women, and is that really what he said? Because the brother is saying that, his brother is saying that no, that's not him. He had nothing to, he's literally saying that his brother had nothing against black women or against dating black women. I agree, Paris. I agree. Completely agree to that. Oh, so this chick was out partying 2 days later. So it's just interesting because, it's different rules for different people, and we know what those rules are. So you got her out here living her best life, and this man has lost his life. And you covered in blood. You should be detained, under arrest or something like that, investigated. Because how did you get that blood on you? And you're not, from what I'm gathering, I don't even think she even said how she got the blood on her. Oh, okay. So she's trying to say that she was temporarily insane. Crime of passion. Those things are hard to prove nowadays. Not too many people get off on that insanity plea nowadays. Okay. So, I mean, I understand, Erica. So if he said that there on his social media, then there is proof of him not not wanting to date black women. And why? I'm hoping that the police do a full investigation and lock her up, because there's no way you're going to be covered in blood and be running around here. Yeah, she stabbed him allegedly. Multiple times, allegedly. She was covered in blood. She didn't say that she was sitting up there trying to save his life, that she came home and he was covered in blood and she was trying to save his life. She pretty much wasn't saying anything. Yeah, I heard that she only dates rich black men. That's true, Paris, but that's really true, but it's the story that's being projected out here, is that he only dates white women, and he only date white women for this particular reason in X, Y, and Z. Allegedly, whatever she did, if she did this allegedly, then she needs to pay the price for it, because this young man has lost his life at her hands, allegedly. I agree, she had to have caught him off guard, or they probably was in a heated argument and God knows what happened. Um, but yeah, I do agree, because he was a big dude. You know, he was like muscular and fit. If there's no defensive wounds, then yeah, why isn't she locked up? Insanity or not, if you trying to plead insanity, you still in jail. You don't be let out. You do not be let out. So how are you able to walk free? Not under Make it make sense. How are you? Well, we know why she's able to walk free and be out here partying and having lunch dates with her dad. We get that. But this young man needs justice. Fully investigate the situation, because usually these type of houses, they have cameras, security cameras. Let's Are there security? Were there security cameras where this fight, this whatever happened, caught on camera? We need Can we get some answers? This man and his family need justice. He didn't stab himself. He did not stab himself. And with a history of police showing up to their residence on numerous occasions, and the neighbors stating that there have been fights, they need to fully investigate her, because that blood didn't get on herself, you know, just by magic. Let's put it like that. That blood did not get on her by magic, and he didn't stab himself multiple times. Them stab wounds came from somebody else, not him. Those didn't just magically appear. We not in Harry Potter. And I mentioned Harry Potter because the new movie's supposed to come out tomorrow. But I'm just saying, this man and his family needs justice. I don't care what color you are. You date who you date. You date who you date for whatever reasons. I don't care. Love is love. But when love turns deadly, somebody needs to be held accountable for that. You know, I don't watch Fatal Attraction and Fatal Vows and all that stuff on Investigation ID, just the ID channel where they have all the crime stuff. I watch them shows enough to know, hey, this ain't right. I grew up watching Cops in America's Most Wanted, so I'm sitting up here like this. This ain't right. This man needs justice. I don't care white, black, or other. This man's life was snuffed out at a young age. Y'all, they need to find out why and who. He needs justice like everybody else. Now, if he was a white man and it was a black woman, that black woman will be up under the jail. That black woman will be up under the jail. They wouldn't care if that she had a history of psychotic breaks and this, that, and other. They wouldn't care. She will be still up under the jail. She will still be up under the jail. So what's the hold up here? What's the hold up? I need them to do their jobs. She shouldn't be walking around here free, living her best life, snubbing her nose and thumbing her nose at everybody. Like she gonna get off. And speaking of getting off, remember Soho Karen? Well, she done got off of accusing attacking that young black boy and accusing him of stealing her phone or something like that. She done got off. I think she got like probation or something like that. And that's an injustice in itself. So, and this particular situation should not be an injustice. She should not be walking free. This young lady should not be walking free. Exactly, Erica. Yeah. I think she got probation or something like that. She pretty much, for all intent and purposes, Soho Karen got a slap on the wrist. She got a slap on the wrist. Now, I did see that this week. So we talk about injustices. There we go. There's another one. So let's go ahead and keep going here. Now, this has become, I've seen this for the last couple of years, where people are having unique viewings of their departed loved ones. I've seen a young man who was propped up at his own wake, at his own repast, actually. And I've seen people propped up in their favorite chair at the funeral home. I agree, Paris. I agree. I've seen people propped up in their favorite chair, propped up on their Harley, as they're basically laying in state, lack of a better word. But this is something new that's being popped up. Now, this particular young man, deceased, his mother did not want any, according to her, I read it in the article, she did not want anybody looking down on her son. I completely get it. She said her son didn't go to church. I understand. That's why y'all not burying him in the suit. I get that. A lot of people don't go to church. I get that. I understand. A lot of people, they don't want to be buried in suits. They want to be buried in their flyest outfit. If that's what if that's what they want, that's what they want. When you lay your person to rest, you want to see them like they normally are, dress how they normally are. That's just my opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, Paris. So, but this particular one, that they had this man propped up at the club. They had this man propped up at the club. It's like a repast, but it's at the club. Hell, I done went to a repast for my great aunt years ago, and it was at a motorcycle club, but she wasn't there. Her body wasn't there. But I thought it was the weirdest thing because we're having a repast at a motorcycle club. And I'm thinking, like, my great auntie had no dealings with no motorcycle club, but I digress. So they got this young man propped up at the repast at a nightclub, a full-on nightclub, and they're having pretty much a party, pretty much celebrating his life or whatever. The club is saying that they had no clue that the body was going to be there. They just thought that it was going to be a party celebrating this person's life. and that was it. They are claiming they had no clue that sorry, that the deceased, the decedent was there. Look, this is what happens when I try to use big words. Me, I think it's creepy because I'm not about to go to no party and the decedent is there too. I had the discussion with somebody else, and they said they probably would stay, and I'm sitting up here like this. It's called. I probably would go there for a half a second, and then and quietly make my exit because I'm not partying with no decedent. Girl, clubs have some wild ish going on. Period. But this is like the wildest thing I've heard of. I'm sitting up here like, dude, this is bloody crazy. I mean, seriously. Girl, the drive-through funerals, yes, but I kind of understand because of the way things are now. But drive-through funerals, yeah, that's crazy. Well, they got drive-through weddings, so now they done got drive-through funerals. So, hey, that's a thing now. But having the decedent at the party, at the repast, I just think that's just weird. That's just me. I know back in the 1800s and whatnot that they was having the funeral, they was having the decedent lying in state at home. I get that. I understand. But we ain't got to do that no more. There's funeral homes. There are funeral homes now. So yeah, I wouldn't be partying with no bloody deceased person. Not at no nightclub. Now, if I'm at the nightclub and I don't know that the decedent is on the stage or something like that, then that's different. Jesus, see that's you falsifying stuff. You could get in trouble for that if you rent an event for one thing and you come up with something else, and what if something breaks or get broken or get destroyed or whatever? If some ish happens, that venue is responsible for that. So, and who's to say that that particular building generally allows that? So yeah, people need to be careful when they start renting event rooms and you telling them it's for one purpose, for a baby shower, and the next it's a full on paint sip and sup party. Y'all remember that conversation. Yeah, I see. I ain't trying to watch the video. It was bad enough I seen pictures. But yeah, I'm sitting up here like this. That's crazy. That is creepy. That's weird. That's crazy. I wouldn't go nowhere near it. I wouldn't be nowhere near the stage, anything like that. I will be all the way in the back, like I'm good. Y'all cannot tell me that person is there. Y'all cannot. Because I'm gonna dip out. I understand, Paris. I understand. But people really do need to be careful when they're booking events and saying it's one thing and it's really another. Yeah. Yeah. If he did twitch, eye twitch, hand twitch, something, started dancing himself, yeah, trust me, everybody would have ran. And I would have been one of them. Nope. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. See, TikTok, some stuff don't need to be going to TikTok. I'm sorry. Some stuff don't need to be going to TikTok. Yeah, I understand interrupting your thirst traps. I understand. Mm-hmm. You getting ready for the paint to open up on June 3rd. That's what you getting ready for, Miss Magnolia. You getting ready for the paint to open up. Yeah, I mean, people don't go to hotels no more. They don't go to motels. They'll freaking rent an event room, and then next you know, it's a full on swinger party. It's just bloody crazy. You just never know what you're walking into nowadays. Girl, we all trying to be in the paint since Haley done saved the paint. We all trying to be up in the paint because Haley done saved the paint. But definitely, mark your calendars, June 3rd, the paint coming back. P Valley is coming back. But yeah, we all trying to be up in the paint this year. I cannot wait. But yeah, I am definitely not trying to, be all up in partying with a bloody deceited. That is not something I'm trying to do. Now, to leave you guys on, because I'm going to wrap this up shortly, leave you guys on, a good old Kiki. Could you guys imagine having a medical condition where you have, like, explosive, you know bowel issues? You get in your car and you start driving, and next thing you know, this stuff happens. It's just uncontrollable. You have no control of the situation, but you're driving. And then next thing you know, you hit two bicyclists who is in the midst of a bike race. You hit and kill these two men, and you keep driving because you can't control your bowels. Can you imagine that picture? Can you picture that? Can you picture that? I know, but when I read it, I was just like this. What? And to make matters worse, the person, the driver that unfortunately, hit and killed these brothers, because they was brothers. They was probably only a couple months apart. The one was 49, one was 48. She hit them, but the day before she had went to the hospital because she was having some type of procedure, and they gave her some, fentanyl in the IV or whatever, and probably caused her issues. I know, Paris. I know, Magnolia. I know. Me too. We gonna make it there. We gonna make it there. But could you imagine? I mean, she kept driving. It was people that saw it. They followed her, and I think they kind of forced her to stop. And she tried to use the excuse that she was at the hospital, and they laced her up with all this fentanyl in it, and she got this medical condition. But she blew a sobriety test, a field sobriety test. She completely blew a field sobriety test. So it was other things in her system. Exactly. There is not enough hand sanitizer, Clorox wipes, windshield wiper, squeegee, the scraper, the window scraper. It's not enough that in the world to take all of that, to take care of all of that. That's what I said, Erica. I was like, how come she ain't wearing a diaper? I was like, if you know you got this medical condition and it could act up at any moment, and you already went to the hospital for it, why aren't you just wearing a diaper? I mean, I mean, obviously she wasn't like a senior citizen, but you got a medical condition. There's even nicer, discreeter, you know, undergarment for that type of situation. He always then got into the ring. So I'm looking like, if you got this medical condition, you should be having that on deck, in your car somewhere, in your purse, in your tote or something like that. I'm just saying. But could you imagine? And then you want to try and use that as a reason to get out of, you know, hitting and killing these two brothers that was minding their own business and involved in a full-on bicycle race. So two brothers done lost their life because this crazy chick couldn't control herself or the car. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They got nice ones out. Magnolia, she could have used the nice ones. Go down the aisle and go down, always got some good ones. Evidently, I done seen them. I done seen the commercial enough for them things. But it's just unfortunate that the two brothers lost their life that way. I mean, we're kind of having a kiki about her situation, but her having that situation caused her to kill these two men, two brothers. So a family done lost two family members at the same time because they arrived pretty much DOA. I understand, but she didn't have to, kill them. She didn't have to, she could have swerved a different type of way. But I'm just saying, it's just sad. It's still a really sad situation. But that, they arrested her. The cops arrested her. Yeah, definitely rest in peace to them young men, definitely. But the cops did arrest her and they charged her for, driving up under the influence and vehicular manslaughter and a whole slew of stuff. So reckless driving. They got her for a whole slew of stuff. So yeah, I did want to yeah, pray for us all. Pray for us all after this story. But I did want to bring you guys to that on that situation to you guys because you might not have heard that. So on that messy note, I'm going to go ahead and close out this Kiki. I want to thank each and every last one of you guys for joining me this evening. Don't forget to like, share, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you guys have not done so. They probably did. They probably did. They don't want her in nobody car. But again, thank you guys for joining me this evening. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification to be notified each time I upload a brand new video. Enjoy my ads as they come up. And I will see you guys next week for next week's Kiki. And if you are not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow House of Commissing on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. Enjoy the ads.